First of all, we would like to start off with a little extraordinary music. This is a performance by one or two of the Hullabaloo Puppet Divas.
Just look at me and you will see that nature did her best. If you think my face is my only grace, then please observe the rest. This hand is too fine and too sweet. This ankle so slim and petite. The fashions I am wearing, my language and my bearing. No chambermaid would be as great a hit as me. No chambermaid would be as great a hit as me. I proved my point sufficiently. You owe me an apology. What a funny situation. So excuse me my leisure. What a funny situation. Yes.
This is Adele. What opera was she singing?
Fledermaus.
Fledermaus.
Yes.
And helping her out was Suzanne Pemsler, who lives in Lexington and teaches at the Belmont Day School and created the Hullabaloo Puppet Divas. How did you get an idea to do something like this?
A combination of things, I guess. I've been a singer, I guess, all my life. It feels like all my life. And performed children's concerts and adult concerts. And then became a puppeteer, actually almost accidentally, via something. And one day in a children's concert, I used this young man and a rose to illustrate an art song, and there was so much excitement about it, I thought perhaps I'd use other ones, and it happened.
Do you make them? Where do you find such wonderful puppets? Look at this. She's got rings and lace.
A very full basement of feathers and lace and all kinds of things. Flowers.
Alligator boots.
Oh, yes.
Very, very fancy crocodile. Now, you must have to develop certain characters to sing certain songs, don't you? They have to be appropriate.
Yes, what happens is it works both ways. Either you find a song that you find you must sing, and then you try to find an expression that is the essence of that song, and then you work from there.
Now, Granny Smith, whom you were looking at over there, probably is an example of that.
Yes, she's for a folk song.
All right, put her on. Can you put her on and do that?
Oh, yes.
Now, what did you have in mind developing her character?
Well, Granny Smith is part of a two-part song. I have just become one of those parts. And when she sits on my lap, she now will become part of me.
Okay.
And
you become her audience.
I become part of her, which gives her a great deal of flexibility.
Now, what sort of person is she?
Well, I almost don't want to tell you. I think she'll give you the hint all by herself, if she may. Is that okay, Granny? It's okay.
Now, who are you in this hat?
I am a gentleman. You may change a man anyway. You may change your feelings about him.
All right.
Old woman, will you do my washing? Speak a little louder, dear, I'm very hard of hearing. Old woman, will you do my ironing? Speak a little louder, dear, I'm very hard of hearing. Old woman, will you do my darning? Speak a little louder, dear, I'm very hard hard of hearing. Old woman, do you want to marry me? Oh, Lord, mercy on my soul, I hear you very clearly. Lord, mercy on my soul, I hear you very clearly.
So Granny's playing scam. Isn't she adorable? You must love them. You must get to know all of them very, very well. How do kids react when you do this? Don't they think it's odd to hear opera and not so much Granny, you'd think, but some of the more formal songs sung this way?
The amazing thing is that they don't. They love it. They love the visual because of TV. They have a feeling for what they see, and so it's an overlay over what they are hearing. And for some, I guess maybe for that reason, it's so exciting to them that they end up very often by creating their own little operas and puppet operas and doing all kinds of
How about the possible objections of purists who think opera should be taken very seriously?
I took that chance recently, and I did an adult concert for very, very many musicians here at the Longy School of Music, and I was surrounded by all these puppets and 18 songs and I guess 15 or more puppets. And I worried and worried, and they loved it. So
it didn't work.
They didn't. It
wasn't hard at all.
No.
Are you constantly making new puppets?
Yes, they take about 3 months before they're what I want them to be, and at least 25 hours of work each. They have to say what I want them to say, or they don't go into a show.
But they also have to do what you want them to do, and I think it'd be so distracting to have to be moving your arms around and things while you're trying to sing those complicated songs.
Well, if you lose your concentration, you've blown two things. You really have. It's a difficult thing, but it can be done.
All right, you're going to do one more for us, and it's Carmen this time.
Yes.
What are you going to do with Carmen?
Well, I tell you, I call her a Hullabaloo extra.
Do you see that she is standing in a Christmas tree stand? Do you believe this?
And
it's wonderful.
My name is Carmen, and I am a gypsy. Today I love Don Jose, but tomorrow I will love another.
People who want to see you performing with all of these puppets can come to the Arts Festival, which is being held this weekend in Northampton. I understand you'll be performing, along with lots of other things.
There are going to be crafts and artists and mimes and theater and all kinds of things.